recording.
All right, hey, Alicia. Well, I'm glad it just happened to run into you on campus. I'm pretty excited. So, Alicia went on many trips with us, and unofficially, of course, because it wasn't a BonaResponds trip, went to Haiti. But
JustRespond.
just
Have that on my
respond.
resume.
You had to do it?
Yeah, I do.
Cool, very good. So, just I don't care. Start. You can talk about whatever you want. You can talk about the history of what trips you went on. Let's do that. What trips did you go on?
Okay, my very first trip and like my real life experience with service for the first time, which is a little crazy that I signed up to go to Bridge City, Texas.
Oh,
Would have been
that was a great trip.
December 2008, right, or January 2000.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that time.
It would have been 2008. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That was a good trip.
that was a great trip.
Yeah.
We were there for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Very long time.
That was.
Yeah, and that was definitely my gateway to BonaResponds.
I think there was less infrastructure there for like jobs or anything. It was just like go work. Okay, fine.
Yeah. And we were staying in that, I don't even know what you would call it. It was like a supply warehouse where they had constructed some bunk beds with a tarp.
With tarps around it.
So anyone that snored, you could hear them, and all the lights had to go on and off at the same time.
Yeah, I remember that well.
Yeah.
The ill wind.
Yes.
Ill wind, yes. The town smelled a little, and we'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
What was it? Some sort of, what was their industry they did down there?
Refinery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
oil
stinking.
refinery. Yeah, and yeah.
Then what else? I don't know.
You went on
A couple
numerous
local trips, like after the floods.
After floods in Owego and
Greenville,
Sarah.
South Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Um,
That was a good one too.
that was fun.
Yeah. Actually, they're all. I mean, almost all. Of them.
I think most of the fall break trips I went on, and then
Yeah.
a couple spring break trips.
Had to work them around soccer, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, soccer season.
Yeah.
And then Haiti,
Cool.
which I wasn't attending Bonaventure anymore, but
So,
I really wanted
BonaResponds is
to go
open
to.
to everyone. So.
I told myself that with my last year out of grad school, I'd be going to Haiti, and then of course BonaResponds is going to Haiti. So what better than
Perfect.
to merge them together?
So what? I guess we can start in any number of ways, but most memorable moment
In all of
in all of BonaResponds.
Oh my gosh, it's the hardest. You could probably ask me that per day, per trip. Probably Haiti is fresh on my mind, and everything about Haiti was memorable. But
And I have to embarrass you, which I'm doing to every person I think I've
no.
interviewed so far. I thought it was hilarious. I'm not going on those motorcycles. No way. I'm not going on those motorcycles. You got on the motorcycle, you loved it.
yeah, I didn't ride a motorcycle for I think the first like 6 days.
Yeah.
I walked everywhere, and finally one day, just my feet were killing me. It was the day we worked all day, and then we taught our first finance class.
Yes.
And it was nighttime, and we were like 2 miles from where we were staying, and I finally just did it.
Yeah.
Got on a motorcycle, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
No helmet, no shoes. I was in flip flops, but
Yeah.
it was really fun.
But
Haven't
you
ridden
go-
a motorcycle since.
You go 10 miles an hour.
I will not ride a motorcycle in the United States. I refuse.
You go 10 miles an hour. It's not like
it was
it's-
safe, and they
yeah.
definitely knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So.
Yeah, probably the coolest thing was when we got to the primary school and there were the boxes of books already there that we had sent down, and we could finally unpack them and start to sort them. But as we were doing that and like trying to get work done, the local boys in the neighborhood were just pulling them out, and we're really
Okay, so take two. Yeah, sorry, we got interrupted a bit. So you're talking about opening boxes.
Yeah, so the neighborhood boys that decided they would always just kind of like wander in and out of the school, and they were really excited about what we were doing there. And I sat down and I read them a book about reptiles, and they were like, between 10, maybe 14, like really into a picture book about reptiles. And so that was really cool because, they all humbled themselves. They just all sat down around me, and we were pointing at and they would love to try to learn the name of the animal in English, and then they would say it back, and then they would teach it to me in Creole because I had taken a little French, so I could communicate with them a little bit. It was really super endearing. I loved it.
I loved everything about the trip. I mean, it was.
I talk about it like more than anything that I talk about probably. Really, all my BonaResponds trips. But Haiti to me was just like the most life-changing experience, and I can't wait to go back.
So what did you do when you got back? By the way, just as long as we're here, your bike ride.
Yeah, so I got back and I finished grad school, and then the next day, actually, I drove down to Charlotte, North Carolina, and then to the Outer Banks, and I biked from the Outer Banks in North Carolina to San Diego, California.
Amazing.
That
sounds so fun.
Yeah, it was with a nonprofit called Bike and Build, which raises money and awareness for affordable housing. So definitely just similar missions in terms of just pure like helping people. On our off days, we'd have a whole day at the construction site with Habitat for Humanity. So
Very cool. Very
those
cool.
were our rest days.
And I guess good. Now you're Habitat for Humanity again?
Yeah, I actually just got hired with Capital District Habitat in Albany. Not in a getting my hands dirty job, but hopefully I'll get some opportunity
Yeah, sure,
for that.
sure.
I'll be working in development, so there's a lot of cool stuff going on in Albany, capital, about community revitalization. So it's just
Cool.
up there with the whole BonaResponds
Very good.
motto of just coming together.
What? And I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but you mentioned it on the steps the other when we were walking upstairs.
Yeah.
Would you be there now doing this job if it weren't for BonaResponds?
No, absolutely not. So even my whole BonaResponds journey is kind of interesting because I totally was, I'll admit it, like I only cared about playing soccer. I was 18 years old, thought I was going to be pro one day, which is absurd. And then I got injured and I didn't play soccer for a year. And that's when I was like, okay, well, what else am I going to do with all my free time? Because I had gone on that Bridge City trip, I kept volunteering, and that was the first time I absolutely knew what I wanted to do. Not in terms of a career, but I was like, I didn't want to help people, and whatever career that leads me to, this is where I feel fulfilled. And there's just endless communities I remember just like sitting down with people and just having them be so grateful we were there and hearing their stories. And that to me was what BonaResponds was. It was just
Still is. Don't say
for
was.
me. Well, I mean, I'm 6 hours away now, unfortunately, but
Always welcome.
I mean, I'll never forget. I'm pretty sure it was Bridge City, where we'd getting our jobs so much faster, which is pretty much BonaResponds fashion anyway. Getting our jobs done in like half the day. They wouldn't have another job for us, and we're not going to do nothing, and so we would just knock on people's doors, and we're not going to qualify or quantify someone's need. If they have a need, like we're just going to do it.
Right.
So I thought that was really
a
cool.
funny story along those lines. Just yesterday, I have to say, because it's still happening locally. We were supposed to be moving items for, I'll say, Genesis house. We're moving stuff, and we get to it. We move the stuff, and we load it up, and we started taking away. I'm like, I just don't like those steps. Those steps are. So we had lumber, we had our tools. We went and fixed this. They don't have until they watch this. They have no idea we fixed the steps.
Surprise! Present.
So your steps are fixed.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
and that's what I mean. It kind of just it's more than work ethic. It's just wanting to do the thing to get it done for the person. It was never okay. It's 4:00. We need to leave now. I remember standing in a stinky basement until we got the job done, and that's just really just carried with me so much into my life because it's not about the schedule. It's just about how many people you can help in that day, that amount of time.
I'm always late because of that. But
hey, we're on time today. I was very impressed.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually late now.
No,
for second time.
I'll go apologize to them.
It's good. So I mean, I guess first off, thank you for doing this. Thank you for. But do you have anything to someone who's thinking, do I want to get involved? Do I not want to get involved? I've never done anything like this. Why should they get involved?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is my favorite organization on campus, and I played soccer, so that is
that's saying
a lot. But
you didn't have that field.
No, I didn't have the turf field. I didn't. So we had the Bona bounce when I played. But yeah, I mean, aside from the service itself, the friends that I made, I would have never interacted with them. Even though Bonaventure's small, everyone has their circles. But you go on a trip with someone, you're there for a week, and then you're best friends with them for all 4 years. And we still have like text groups and messages from people I've gone on trips with and reminisce about Bridge City or South Carolina and things like that. And then aside from that, obviously the service aspect, it's we live in a small community, so what better way to spend your Saturday or Sunday afternoon than just like getting out there and interacting with people. They're so unbelievably grateful. We usually eat with them, like pizza, peanut butter and jelly. It's just nice to fellowship in that way. I don't know. I still rock my BonaResponds shirts with pride. Volunteer in the big letters on the back, and people ask about it, and it's so easy to share. It's like we just show up and we work. There's no bureaucratic structure. We're just like about helping as many people as we can. And like for me even now, I consider myself an alumni. I don't know if you have an alumni chapter. I might be up there in terms of the leadership ranks, but I can be involved in International Service Day in Albany. You make it something that you're still going to do. And like I said, I was 2 years out of graduation, and I went to Haiti with JustRespond.
And I mean, I literally hadn't seen you at all except for Facebook.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're walking through
And
the
I
airport,
just-
like, hey!
Yeah, and I kind of just and again, true BonaResponds fashion, I just messaged you. I'm like, I'm going to come on this trip. And it's just like, okay, yeah, all right, show up, bring your passport.
Yeah.
And I did, and honestly, yeah. It seemed scary because it's a third country. It wasn't. We were all so taken care of, and our host was amazing.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. Like, you go to help people, and they're going to take care of you. And that's kind of that sense. It's like, we got your back, you got ours. So.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, I love it. And again, I should wrap this up, but you're mentioning past trips. I was talking not that long ago about Bridge City.
Yeah.
Remember when we were in the room and tapping the tiles out to
Playing
Zach
Chicken Fried.
Chicken Fried, yes.
I'll never. That's the only thing I can think of when I listen to that song. I tell people that story all the time too.
Yeah. Every trip has its song still.
Yeah.
And
that just shows you we had like a brutal house that we had to gut, but the people were so nice. But we just had this floor that would not come up, and we had gutted the whole rest of the house, and there was probably like 20 of us, and we were finally just like, everyone's going to come in here and get a chisel and a hammer, and we're going to get this floor up. And we played Chicken Fried because Zach Brown had just come out, like on repeat 7 times.
Yeah.
And we got the floor up. And we all had videos, and we're hammering, and we're happy. And it was like way past probably dinner time or whatever.
Yeah. It was good. I still talk to most of those. I mean, Bill Hammond, of course. Bill
messaged me on my bike trip to see if I'd be coming through this area. Unfortunately, I wasn't. But that just shows you, I met Bill in 2008, and on my bike trip.
Just so people know, Bill graduated from Bonus in 1960.
He's an old
something,
dude.
70.
I love you, but you're kind of old.
Yeah, and he's a
hard
great guy.
worker.
Very hard worker, great guy. I still talk to him at least every other week about what jobs are coming up, etc. He just made a big donation, in fact, last week. So
that's what I'm saying. He tried to, if we were coming through, he was going to do something for our bike team. It's like,
that's him. That's just Bill.
That's a 7-year connection right there. So they definitely last with BonaResponds. So
well, great. Well, thank you so much.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Good luck, and hope International Service Day coming up, and hope for more trips.
I'll be with Habitat probably, but hey.
Well, good. Well, if I don't know, next trip to Haiti, whatever, just
I'm
give us
going.
a holler.
I'm in. I'm going to use all my vacation time to get there.
Okay, thanks. From, let's see, when was this posted? January 19th, 2009. Here we go. Sort of cool. If we play it. So there you have it. It just sort of cut off at the end, but thanks. Hope you enjoyed it.